7 here with a special edition of our Road to the World Series. Today we are playing the All-Star Game. And we'll give you a little bit of a rundown here of who is in the All-Star Game, or at least who I think is in the All-Star Game. Your starter for the American League team is Corey Kluber. He's got 11-5 record with a 2.10 ERA and 126 strikeouts this season, having a magnificent season. I'm not sure if Michael Pineda's in it, but he has had one heck of a season. They don't really give us the rosters on here, at least. And then I'll give you just a look here real quick at the National League starter. It is who other than Clayton Kershaw, 12-4 this season with a 1.92 ERA, leading the Cy Young Award voting as of right now. He's got 142 strikeouts this season. He's been dominant, although we beat him. We beat him and the Dodgers there. But let's go ahead and just check out the rosters. We'll get a look at them when we come into the game here. All the other CPU games will be simulated. That's fine. I don't care. And I'm going to be the National League because I really want to see the World Series come to a National League ballpark and give our league the edge over the American League. So I'm going to play as the National League. Although I wish they would put the jerseys in there, like their actual jerseys, not these All-Star Game jerseys. But you can see here, you've got for the National League, you have Clayton Kershaw, Jose Fernandez, Johnny Cueto, Doug Fister, and Mike Leake, all having heck of seasons, both on fire right now. You got the starters on the left side there for the American League that made it. You got Corey Kluber, Hayashi Ishikoma, I can't really pronounce his name. And then you have AJ Griffin, Michael Pineda, and Chris Sale from King Rouse's White Sox made it onto the on there. And then you have the relievers for the National League. You have Craig Kimbrell, Kenley Jansen, Jonathan Papelbon, K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez, Antonio Bastardo, Santiago Casilla, and Drew Storen in the bullpen for the National League. And I'm going to have to switch over to the American League real quick just to look at their bullpen. They got Dylan Betances, who's having a record-breaking season at this point. David Robertson from King Rouse's White Sox made this roster as well. Cody Allen. And then Cody Allen from the Indians. Luke Gregerson. Tommy Hunter, who, as we all know, will be traded to the Cubs shortly. Koji Uehara from the Red Sox. Neftali Feliz, the closer for the Texas Rangers. And that rounds out the pitchers for the American League there. And we're going to go ahead and get this and look at the rosters real quick. Ben Revere starting in left for the American League from the Phillies, batting first there. Gene Segura, the shortstop from the Milwaukee Brewers, batting second. They're going to use the DH in this, even though it's the National League park. So we got Freddie Freeman batting third as the DH from the Braves, leading the MVP voting as of right now. Carlos Gomez, the center fielder for the Brew Crew, he is batting fourth. Adam Lynn, so I'm starting to see a little bit of a pattern here. He's the first baseman for the Brewers. Neil Walker, the second baseman from the Pirates, is batting sixth. Jonathan Lucroy, another Brewer, catching for the National League. He is from the Brewers. And then you have batting eighth, Anthony Rendon, the third baseman from the Nationals. And then Hunter Pence rounding out the starting nine for the National League, playing right field and batting ninth. And then we'll get a look here at all the bench players here. We got Andrew McCutchen, the center fielder from the Pirates. Justin Upton, the left fielder from the San Diego Padres. Nori Aoki's son from the Giants, the left fielder there. Matt Kemp, the right fielder for the San Diego Padres. Brandon Belt, the first baseman from the Giants. And my one lone all-star shortstop, Starlin Castro, who actually isn't even going to be playing shortstop anymore. He'll be playing third base with the injury to Chris Bryant. Nolan Arenado playing third base from the Rockies. I think that is their lone participant as well. Daniel Murphy from the New York Mets, their second baseman. Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman from the Arizona Diamondbacks, another great player right there. Derek Norris, the catcher from San Diego, who beat us up when we played them. Yadier Molina, the catcher from the Cardinals. Surprising enough that we didn't really see many Cardinals on this list either. No Matt Holliday, no Matt Adams, none of the starters from there. And then we'll just look real quick at the American League. Their starting lineup, batting first, shortstop Alexi Ramirez from the White Sox, King Ross's White Sox. So he's got a lot of all-stars in this game. That's his third one there. And then we got second baseman Dustin Pedroia from the Red Sox. Everybody knows Dustin Pedroia. He's batting second. Mike Trout, the perennial all-star, even though he is so young, he is one heck of a ball player, batting third, playing center field for the American League. Batting fourth, the right fielder from the Toronto Blue Jays and home run derby champion this year, Jose Bautista. He is batting fourth. Batting fifth, the third baseman Adrian Beltre from the Texas Rangers. Batting sixth, the DH, who usually plays second base for the Twins, Brian Dozier. Left fielder and playing for the Red Sox, Hanley Ramirez, batting seventh. Batting eighth, never see this guy ever batting eighth, except for in a game like this, Albert Pujols playing first base from the Angels. And then to round out their starting lineup, catcher from the Yankees, Brian McCann. And then we'll get a look here real quick at all their bench players as well. Left field from the Yankees, Brett Gardner. Right field, Nelson Cruz from the Mariners. Center fielder from the White Sox, King Ross's White Sox again, number 4, if you're keeping track of this, Adam Eaton. And then you have left fielder Yoenis Cespedes from the Tigers playing in this game. First base from the Red Sox, David Ortiz. First base from another one, King Ross's White Sox, Adam LaRoche. And then Didi Gregorius from the Yankees, their shortstop. Third baseman Kyle Seager from the Seattle Mariners. First baseman Miguel Cabrera, who wouldn't be an all-star game without him, from the Tigers. And then the two catchers for the American League on the bench, we have Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals and Rene Rivera, their lone participant in this, the Tampa Bay Rays. But I'm going to go ahead and get back to where I want to be. I'm on the National League side, starting Clayton Kershaw. And honestly, I feel like the American League has a little bit more of a stacked roster. But we're going to have to see what happens in this ball game. I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Great American Ballpark, the home of this year's All-Star Game, to Matt, Eric, and Steve. And I'll be back after the game, guys. Hope you enjoy this. Just a little bit of a special thing here.
Big lead again for Peralta. Holiday a safe lead at second. Adams swings and hits a drive. Deep right field. Back to the wall. And it's a gunner.
From one of the more hitter-friendly yards in the big leagues, a look at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. The 86th Midsummer Classic between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on the show. I'll be joined in a moment by Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, but first, let's give you a look at this year's American and National League All-Star starters, as this year fans cast close to 400 million votes online. A staggering number. Final preparations being made down on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League All-Star Game on the show, and it comes your way next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Now taking the field, welcome your 2015 National League All-Stars.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two men named by their managers to get the ball here to begin this All-Star game. More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the American League All-Stars, as Ned Yost has his guys lined up like this. And there you get a look at the starting pitcher whose job it'll be to keep these guys in check. His number is right there on the right side of your screen. There you see a look at the defensive starters for the National League. Alexi Ramirez makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. First pitch of the night is looked at for ball one as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Here's the 1-0 now to Ramirez. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Temperature here at the park tonight, a comfy 72 degrees at first pitch. Now the 2-0 home. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
This is a guy who generally stays around the strike zone. He's not going to walk a whole lot of guys, so you're going to get some pitches to hit.
Come on now, let's get a K right here.
Here it comes, 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike two.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
2-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Right field. And this will be handled by Pence for the first out.
Adding second from the Boston Red Sox, second baseman.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are. So the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
A leap there by Revere, but he comes up empty as that one is gone. A solo home run off the bat of Dustin Pedroia. As the AL strikes first, it's 1-0.
Oh, 0-2. You'd love to have that pitch back. This is a curveball, and I think he wants this pitch to be nowhere near the zone. Instead, absolute hanger, and that's a kind of mistake you just can't afford to make with a count in your favor like that.
Mike Trout comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Kershaw now on 1-1. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. One out, nobody on. Now the 1-2 pitch from Kershaw. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
And this will be fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. Got him.
And we'll get in tight here and give you a look at how he grips this curveball. You'll see the wrist action on the finish as he lets this thing go. And that one had some big-time snap.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, try opening your eyes for the next trick. Oh.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-0 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
You don't want guys to get too comfortable up there, so that's a good idea to run something in tight.
Now the pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Two out, nobody on. Bautista waits on the 2-1 to 2-2 now. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the first coming up from Great American Ballpark. It's the American League One, the National League coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Starting lineup for the NL Stars looks like this. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, the starter who they'll be up against, as you see his totals there on the right side of your screen. And in the field behind him, the American League Stars look like this. Ben Revere will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to work out for him. It's a base hit.
Well, for all the line drives that get caught out there, you'll take one of these once in a while. Well, I don't know what you call this thing. A little fly ball or a little flare. But you see everybody converging on it and nobody getting there.
Gene Segura standing in. And a bouncing ball, foul. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he'll dive back in safely. And another throw over. And he just manages to get his hand in. He's ready now. The pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Well, here's a situation where he's trying to do what he can to get that run back in the bottom of the first. And he helps out the cause by swiping second here.
He's set. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a bouncing ball towards the hole. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, that is just picture perfect right there. You know as a hitter that you're going to want to make sure you hit it to the right side to get that runner to third base. But if you do it well enough, you get yourself a base hit to go along with it. Check it out. He lets this pitch get almost past him, but then he manages to still get good contact and send it into right field for the base hit.
Stepping in now, Freddie Freeman. As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get one home and maybe two. Around third and being waved on home. And he will cross as well. And they've taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, you can say one thing for sure. They are swinging it like they mean it. That's 3 hits already in the first inning, and this one goes for 2 bases. They're having no trouble at all seeing this guy so far.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. Bautista has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number 1.
Batting fifth from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Adam Lind digs in at the plate. First pitch coming. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
1 out and a runner on second base. Lind awaits the 0-1. Now a ball sliced hard on the ground, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line. And the run will come in to score from second as now it's a 3-1 ball game. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
Batting sixth from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Second baseman.
Neil Walker will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Now here's the first pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle. 1 there. Back to Pujols. Not in time, and they can't get them both.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what? Thank you very much.
Jonathan Lucroy will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Here's the first offering. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball here, 0-1. He's set, now the pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. The NL's on top, 3-1. Adrian Beltre leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Now here's the first pitch. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
And that misses 1-1. Here's the 1-1 now to Beltre. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here comes the 1-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Now Kershaw delivers a 2-2. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
We saw this in his last start. He just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch with 2 strikes that you got to have at this level.
And he'll take strike 3 call. Make it 3 straight punch-outs now on the mound. 1 away.
Yeah, make it 3 straight strikeouts for him now. But what's impressive is that these aren't just any hitters up there. These are the 3, 4, and 5 guys in the lineup. And he went through them like they weren't even there.
Brian Dozier will get his first opportunity now. First pitch coming. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, how about strikeouts per 9 last year? Clayton Kershaw, 10.85. That was the best among starters in all of baseball. That's a pretty good reason why you go 21-3 with a 1.77 ERA.
Here it comes. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ready now on 1-1. Here's a hard hit ball right past Kershaw and on into center. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
You're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
High set by Kershaw. Now the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Lind, but it's not in time, and they'll just settle for 1.
Kind of lucky to get it out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Here's Albert now. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And with 2 outs, this was an excellent spot to try to take second base. The worst case scenario is if you get thrown out, you allow a good hitter to come back and lead off the next inning. Now, you give that same good hitter an opportunity to drive you in with just a base hit.
Here comes the 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now, forget it. He's not getting anything.
Is on the way. And they don't even want to mess with Pujols here with a base open, so they'll go ahead and put him aboard.
It's definitely still early here, but you got a 2-run lead already. Now you go about putting a tying run on base for free. Doesn't seem like his command has been all that sharp so far.
Brian McCann will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch on the way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
From the stretch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. He waits, now the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. AL leave a pair. Score holds, it's 3-1. Anthony Rendon will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Leading out for the National League, third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
Here's the first offering. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. The pitch. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this,
hit on the ground. 1 away.
Wow, showing some sweet athleticism right there, getting off the mound. This is not an easy play, but he gets to it quickly, and then he makes a good, strong throw for the out.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Now a little tapper here up the first baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. And now a pitch on the way. Ramirez has this at short. Who is left? He's up with it. Throw on to first, and Pence is turned away here for route number 2.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
Ben Revere will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first. And here's the first pitch. Now a swing, and oh boy, ground balls have ruled the inning. A third straight right here. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. Alexi Ramirez will start things out here with his guys down a couple of runs already as we begin the third. First pitch coming. Now a fly ball here, not hit all that well out toward Pence in right. 1 pitch, 1 away.
boy, they are just making life easy for this guy. Swinging on the first pitch of the inning, pretty routine fly ball. It's been a cakewalk here early on.
Dustin Pedroia will see if he can do it again. He homered his first time around. First pitch to him. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
He tried to check his swing. Looked like it was going to be a strike anyway, but he couldn't commit all the way, and as a result, he gives him a free out here with an easy soft liner.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. The next pitch. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. Right fielder Jose Bautista. Now a check swing here and a little looper. And Walker will put this one away and the inning is over. But the damage is done as thanks to the solo home run, this is now a 1-run game. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The NL leads it 3-2. Hisashi Iwakuma is on and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 18, Hisashi Iwakuma.
Gene Segura will stride in again. Singled and later scored his first time. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. Oh, and he misses it. And he'll round it and try for third. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. So problems out there in right field as this is going to wind up going as an E9. Freddie Freeman will try to pick up where he left off. Doubled home a couple his first time around. Now the first pitch. And look out as this bat shatters on impact. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Third inning. Already a 3-2 ball game. He's ready. Now the pitch. And he gets under this one and in fact breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Dives and he hangs on for the out. Wow. So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, one away. And standing in the speedy Carlos Gomez. First offering on the way. Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And that one is out of here. Planted into the right field bleachers. Home run there by Carlos Gomez. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
This is going to be a fastball here, and it's on the outside third of the plate. But look at him just reach those arms out, stay back, and drive this thing the other way. Now, this didn't stay fair by much, but if you can keep them fair right down the foul lines, you don't have to hit them 400 feet.
Here's Adam Lind.
Adam Lind.
As he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to first will get him. Score it 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Wow, that's just unfortunate right there. Let's take a view at this play from upstairs. As you can see, there's only one guy on the left side of the infield. He's got big gaps to both the left and right side of the third baseman over there, but he hits it pretty much right at him.
Here's Neil Walker. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. The 1-0. Now the 1-0 is in the air out to left. Ramirez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We're through 3 here in the Queen City. It's the National League 5 and the American League 2. Adrian Beltre will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Third baseman,
Jose Fernandez will come in and pitch now.
National League, number 16, Jose Fernandez.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Two pitch on the way. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Huh. Safe to say, guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up at the plate, no doubt.
3-2, here it is. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
If he could have been just a little more patient there, he would have had a leadoff walk. Instead, chases it out of the zone here and winds up costing him.
Here's Brian Dozier now. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. ready with the 2-1. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here he comes on 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
I'd say he's making a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Now the first pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
He's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Now here it comes. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here comes Fernandez, 0-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. But this will wind up foul, still 0-2. Here's another 0-2. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more of this Midsummer Classic right after this. A.J. Griffin will be the new pitcher.
Pitching for the American League, number 64, A.J. Griffin.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And this one is gone. A home run to lead off the bottom of the 4th. It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy as they open it up to 6-2 now.
This for a welcome to the ball game. 1 pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
In now is Anthony Rendon. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. As this ball's hit softly to the right side of the infield. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Now, and it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I'm sure he's going to wait for word from the guys in the dugout. And as we see it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he indeed was out.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Nori Aoki will come on as a pinch hitter.
Number 23, Nori Aoki.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the NL line score thus far. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now, and 2 strikes here as well.
Come on!
Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Up with it is Beltre. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. We played 4. It's the National League 6 and the American League 2. Nori Aoki will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 23.
Albert Pujols stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Starlin Castro is into the ballgame as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Number 13, Starlin Castro.
Johnny Cueto is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 47, Johnny Cueto.
Albert Pujols will stand in.
Leading off for the American League, first baseman, Albert Pujols.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One 0 on the way. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
One on the way. Now a swing, and wouldn't you know it, here's a ground ball to the guy fresh into the ballgame out at short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Brian McCann will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
The 1-0 now to McCann. Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here comes a 1-2. Slider, but that's low as it's dug out by the catcher there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's the 2-2 offering. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Full count pitch on its way. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Alexi Ramirez will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. First pitch coming. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
Runners on first with 1 down. Comes set. Now the pitch.
No ball.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
From the belt, the pitch. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More ahead from Great American Ballpark right after this. Michael Pineda will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for the American League, number 35, Michael Pineda.
Starlin Castro will stand in now, a late entrant to the ball game as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Well, any time you can retire this guy, that's good. Anytime you can do it leading off an inning, that's great. And anytime you can do it on one pitch, that's a full trifecta right there.
Freddie Freeman will get another shot after he was robbed of a hit on a gorgeous play his last time. Now here's the first pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Brandon Belt will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a liner, but this is going to get foul. Now the 1-2. Slice down the left side, but foul. He'll try again. 1-2. 1-2 offering is hit in the air out to straightaway left. Ramirez is under this one, and he drops it.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what the issue on this play was. He doesn't have too far to go to get this thing, and it looked like the ball was right in his sights the entire way, but it just didn't want to stick in his glove. Maybe he should take the trampoline out of his glove.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Andrew McCutcheon will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Pause, now the pitch. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3 on a nice dig at first, and the inning is over. So no runs or hits here, as the error turns out to be unimportant. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. National Leaguers out in front, 6-2. Andrew McCutchen will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 22.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Doug Fister will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 58, Doug Fister.
Dustin Pedroia will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one.
Second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a grounder fouled, and that almost took the first base coach along with it. And the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Here it comes. Now here's a swing and a fly ball out to center for the new man just inserted into the ball game. And the 6th inning opens with a fly out, 1 away.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Mike Trout will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Here's the first offering. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
Water. Get your water here.
The 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 19,
Jose Bautista will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips. First pitch coming. Fouled straight back. Now here it comes. This ball will be chopped foul. The pitch. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. The right-hander deals on 1-2. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Again, a 1-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. 1-2-3 go to the American League. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Neftali Feliz will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 30, Neftali Feliz.
Adam Lind will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
First baseman, Adam Lind.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Paul Goldschmidt is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Paul Goldschmidt.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Now the 0-1 on its way from Feliz. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
The 0-2 pitch from Feliz. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. This is hit on the ground, but foul.
Come on.
The 0-2 once more. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Now we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Daniel Murphy will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Daniel Murphy.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the NL line score thus far. Now the pitch. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And now a pitch on the way. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Here's the 1-2. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
And with all the runs that have scored tonight, you'd think that ball would have had some carry to it. I don't think he got that one flush, though.
Jonathan Lucroy will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Yadier Molina will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Yadier Molina.
Fouled back. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the pitch. And now for the second batter in a row, this is in the air out to left field. Ramirez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the National Leaguers. They lead it 6-2. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. National Leaguers leading this one as we get ready for the 7th, but first let's have a look at our game summary for the first 6 innings. Paul Goldschmidt will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Daniel Murphy will stay in the ball game now as he comes on to play second here. Yadier Molina will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Miguel Cabrera is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Miguel Cabrera.
Drew Storen is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Leading off for the American League, third baseman.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Pitch on the way. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. But this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
The story of the ball game right there, and that's how it goes sometimes in baseball. The hard-hit balls find gloves, and the little dribblers find holes.
Salvador Perez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Salvador.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Look at this. From a knee. He gets him. What a play.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's Hanley Ramirez as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
Well, these guys sure have been doing a lot of moaning and groaning tonight. He did not like that call at all.
Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-1. Grounded fouled off to the right side. One, 2. Ball 2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. He started in the zone and Hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. Turned out to be a good take.
2 out, nobody on. Here comes a 2-2. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone, a home run. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez, and with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Well, he had gotten the first 2 guys in this inning somewhat easily, and you figured he's on his way to just strolling through this 7th inning, but whoa, not so fast. He falls right back down to earth by serving this one up right here.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. Here's Albert now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And if they can get him here with a little luck, they may not have to face him again.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1 strike to Pujols. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Now here it comes. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. Stretch time now here in Cincinnati. The NL's on top, 6-3. Miguel Cabrera is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 24.
Called to the bullpen now as Luke Gregerson will take over here on the mound.
Number 44.
Anthony Rendon will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Leading off for the National League, third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Nolan Arenado is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Nolan Arenado.
This is foul right side. The pitch. Not the greatest at bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, this is what folks mean when they're talking about finishing off a hitter. They decide to come right with the fastball here, 0-2, just runs right by him.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter come on here as the youngster Matt Kemp has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Pitch on the way. Ramirez has this at short. Throw on to first takes care of Kemp as he's turned away for the second out.
The left fielder, number 23,
Nori Aoki will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Justin Upton will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Justin Upton.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now here's the pitch. And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. NL down in order as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Nolan Arenado is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 28.
Matt Kemp will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
In right field, number 27, Matt Kemp.
Justin Upton will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Brian McCann will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
For the American League, catcher, Brian McCann.
Now he'll step off. Antonio Bastardo will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Antonio Bastardo.
Brian McCann will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Catcher, Brian McCann.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And now a pitch on the way. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Here it comes. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Another 0-2 home. And this will be chopped foul here at home plate. Just gets a piece of it. Still 0-2. Now another 0-2. And boy, what a battle brewing here as he fouls yet another pitch into the seats. Still stuck on 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
Now here's the pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. A look there at our all-star line score. The National League leading this one in the 8th over their American League rivals in a game that's certainly been an entertaining one to this point. Didi Gregorius will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Francisco Rodriguez will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, shortstop.
Curveball looked at here for strike one.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the ninth inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
Here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Down low again. It's 2-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A 2-1 offering, and he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 2-2 coming, and he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. Here's the full count offering, and this is popped high in the air back behind short. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
The second baseman, number 15,
Dustin Pedroia will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Your attention, please. Now
Called to the bullpen now as on comes the right-hander Jonathan Papelbon. Dustin Pedroia will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. First pitch on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Here we go!
Pedroia waiting, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Look into Molina. Now the 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
The 1-2. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
I'll say this, he wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here now the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full, 3-2.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And this is hit well towards the hole. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he gets a fastball here and he rips it towards the hole. You see the good effort over there at first, but that got on him much too quickly for him to be able to knock it down.
Yoenis Cespedes will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is recovered. We'll see the exciting young shortstop Starlin Castro lead things off when we return. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the National League 6 and the American League 3. Didi Gregorius will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 18.
Yoenis Cespedes will stay in the ball game as he takes over in center.
Number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Koji Uehara is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Number 19, Koji Uehara.
And there is the aforementioned Mr. Castro. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. And a rather easy first out.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
In now, Brandon Belt. As he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. Now here it comes. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2.
And that's right where you want to be with your specialty pitches. If you can start them knee-high and let them dip out of the strike zone, you'll have a lot of success with locations like that one.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase.
Oh, meanwhile, my goodness, that ball caught him pretty good out there on the mound. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Andrew McCutchen will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now here's the first pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Now the 0-1 is swung on and hit on the ground to third. Throw over to Pujols at first will take care of him to end the inning. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. It's the National League 6 and the American League 3. Adam Eaton is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the ninth. Derek Norris is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 3, Derek Norris.
Mike Leake will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Number 44, Mike Leake.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The pitch. Ball one. And the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
Two, 1. Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. The 2-2. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. The 2-2 one more time. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Line hard. Foul. Now another 2-2. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. Here's the 2-2 home. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
And with a 3-run lead here in the ninth, you'd like to make sure that you can take care of that leadoff guy so they don't get anything started right off the bat. So that's a good job to take care of him here for the first out.
Kyle Seager will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Kenley Jansen will come on now as he'll try to record the final 2 outs here.
Third baseman number 15, Kyle Seager.
Now here's a little tapper down that third base line, and this could be a tough play. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw 1 slider, and you get yourself an out. Now that'll help you settle right into the game.
Rene Rivera will get to call the pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Craig Kimbrell is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
The batter, number 44, designated hitter, Rene.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Two out, nobody on. The 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
It looks like he's going to be taken until he gets a strike. Not a bad plan when you're down by 3 in the ninth.
The 2-0 on the way. That one's in there on the black. 2-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is up the middle, and it's going to get into center field. It's a 2-out hit.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out yes. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. He put a good swing on that ball.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, just an entertaining ball game here all around. And these guys are going to get out of here with a very nice victory.
All-Star game atmosphere like this, it can sometimes be hard to single out one player for an MVP award, but the writers here have spoken as you get a look at our All-Star game most valuable player presented by Topps.
And I don't know if this was a unanimous selection or not. There's probably some writer out there who disagrees, but he's a worthy All-Star game MVP in my book. And I think all three of us put his name down at the top of our ballots.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The National League comes out on top, 6-3. Good night from Cincinnati.
The final line score of our ball game tonight for the victorious National League All-Stars. 6 runs, 6 hits.
All right, guys. Well, the National League pulls this one out, and that will net them home field advantage throughout the World Series. And it was a good game. At first it was anyways, but it just kind of got away from the American League as the National League bombs 3 home runs in this ball game. I believe, was it 3? It was Carlos Gomez and Jonathan Lucroy for sure. I think there might have been one more, but the American League hit 3 home runs in that ball game for sure, from Pedroia, Hanley Ramirez, and Mike Trout. But the National League was just too much for them this year. So we're going to have to see what happens now on for the rest of this season as we go into the second half. But you know what? Anything can happen. Stranger things have happened in baseball. Come on back for some more for the second half of the season. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then subscribe to us on YouTube as well at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. And then don't forget to check out our Twitter page as well at LRSGN for all the news and updates happening with us here at Life of Raw Sports Gaming. But thanks for watching, guys, and you guys be sure to keep it real.